Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. People may remember when I started this daily podcasting thing, back when it possibly was a daily podcasting thing, I attributed it to Casey Neistat and Casey Neistat's daily vlogs. And early on in recording Short Funk, I had the opportunity to speak to Casey Neistat for, I don't know how long it was, maybe an hour at most. It was a very nice conversation, very interesting conversation. I was being interviewed, really, but it wasn't really an interview process because the likelihood of me dropping things at Netflix and going and working for Neistat's new venture Beam, not very likely. And there were a series of reasons behind that, which I don't necessarily need to go into in Short Funk, but I did have the opportunity to have a somewhat intimate conversation with a gentleman who represents himself currently in the modern media foray as a bit of an enigma. Casey Neistat has decided to stop doing his daily vlog, and he's doing something else, which he hasn't yet alluded to, but my sense is it's probably not Beam, his company now of a year and a half. I stick by my original assessment with Beam. I didn't think it was going to be a sustainable company. The app that it produced was very curious, the interface is a bit bizarre, and my sense is just that the fall-off rate that he alluded to very early on indicated that this wasn't going to be a platform that people embraced or people held with a certain degree of regard. And in this light, I decided not to go to New York and do anything really with Neistat after the initial discussion with him and his CTO. But in the past few weeks, I've been reflecting on Neistat's impact, in particular how he sold himself very short by representing the DNC in the recent election, and also how he did some rather curious things which clearly were sponsored by the DNC without actively advocating that he was being paid for in this light. It turns out actually that Neistat has been paid for a number of things, and a number of his videos are more infomercials than they are actual content. And in this light, certainly folks such as my wife wonder why I continue to watch his videos. But I've reflected very heavily associated with his decision to stop recording daily vlogs, and in particular because I am a YouTube Red subscriber. Now, Neistat provides, if I do the math correctly, if he's doing 10-minute episodes, he's providing me about 5 hours worth of content a month. So $12 for 5 hours content a month. I do get other content, but Neistat was a substantial portion of my YouTube Red subscription, in terms of the fact that I'd much rather see his videos without ads, and I've lived for videos without ads through the YouTube Red subscription. The other folks that I follow on YouTube do not update frequently at all, and it's one of my great frustrations that for this thing, this subscription, the content providers don't really provide that much content. I've talked at length, folks may remember, about starting a daily vlog for Short Funk, and reflecting on this more, the actual time frame to do video editing and these kind of things, it's not really part of my vernacular, and when I started filming them and tried them out, they really weren't things that I wanted to do, nor was I interested in the format. But I am genuinely interested in a series of YouTube channels, all of which don't actually provide enough content to really justify YouTube Red now. And I think Neistat's leaving the daily vlog format has been a nail in the coffin for me with regards to YouTube Red. I might continue it for a couple of months, but really honestly, without 5 hours of content a month, it's not really something that I want to be subscribing to, particularly because YouTube gives a good portion of its Red money to content creators that I have no interest in. The content is just bizarre to me, actually. So it could be that Neistat might be making YouTube Red content now. I don't really know. I don't really understand. But he indicated that he was going to take a substantial step in terms of his new career path, and as of yet he hasn't published a video to indicate what that is. Quite frankly, I think these kind of cliffhanger elements, just getting a little bit too old for it. The Democrat stuff that he did, just a bit too paid for and just a bit too aggressive. Clearly, I think Neistat is at a different stage in his life and his career, and I wish him all the best, but it is a very curious thing when you spend so much time with a person only to have them walk away at some stage for something better and bigger. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.